Hello, everyone,
Hello.
and welcome back to AM to BM Love is Enough.
Welcome back, everyone.
The topic today is relationship maturity and how we need to be responsible for things we do in the relationship that's immature, and some of us don't.
Don't
But,
realize it.
like for me, for instance, I've done some things that were immature, and I had to take responsibility for them.
You're not going to be specific.
Um, like I used to drink Jose Cuervo. I used to drink Jose Cuervo, and Jose Cuervo used to make me act a certain way. I
Hmm.
used to be violent, cussing and fussing, and Paul told me to stop drinking it. So I had to grow up and stop drinking it, else I was going to lose my marriage.
And at the time, you didn't even realize you were acting outlandishly a lot of times. And I think we had it on video or something, right?
I don't
Well, it was
know.
another person co-signed it.
It
I
was
think,
my sister.
yeah, it was another family member called. I was trying to be
It
discreet,
was it was my sister telling him to leave me outside in the cold because I kept running my mouth, and she was like, "Leave her out here. Let her stay out here." so
yeah.
so I was acting up, and sometimes we have to grow up and make some changes in life. And I had to make some changes, and I don't drink Jose at all because I want to keep my marriage.
And just to be clear, I think you came to that realization on your own, really. I kind of just kind of verified it by saying, yeah, babe, you might want to lay off the drinks. Because I think you came to the thing saying, I got to stay up, I got to not drink Jose.
If something is repeated, going over and over and over, and I knew that one liquor was pushing me over the edge, yes, it's time for a change. Or I was going to lose my husband, and I did not want to lose my husband. And I didn't want my sister making him make me sleep outside because that's what she told him to do.
Oh, man.
Do you remember that?
Vividly, yes. And that was a long time ago. I mean, long. Like, yeah.
Yes, that was a long time
In
ago.
the teens.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. So you really have to take responsibility when you're doing stuff out of character or immature in your relationship. You have to make some changes if you want the relationship to work. Um, and I made some changes, and actually, I stopped drinking Jose, and
Mhm.
then but I didn't stop drinking. And I had a friend of mine, a very, very close friend of mine, tell me, "Hey, you need to make some more changes." And I made some more changes, and I haven't been drinking like that since. I really have been doing well. And sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah. A lot of people think that relationships are, it's like a marriage is you're supposed to be perfect. You know, we got married because you was the perfect person, and you're never really perfect. You know what I mean? So stop putting those stipulations on your partner. You know what I mean? Why do you want that person to be perfect? Then it's something they probably ain't gonna never get to, and you ain't gonna never be satisfied because they satisfy one thing and you gonna want something else better. But you still, yeah, you gotta things that are hindering your relationship. If you're hearing it several times, like my wife was just saying, man, you gotta change, man. You gotta stop doing it. It can be hard. Some things are addictive related, but for the sake of just chill. You know what I mean? Take a break with it, and you'd be surprised. It probably be like a great move for the relationship. It might spark something. You know what I mean?
And sometimes it's best to make the change because I watched several family members go down roads, and I'm just talking about this one subject in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
drinking right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I watch young family members pass away because of that. So if it's in your family, just make some changes. And some it could be drinking, it could be sex, because Paul could be sex.
What?
His addiction is not.
What?
I'm
What? Wait a minute. you look,
No.
you're attractive, so you're attracting me. That's a plus.
Hold up. Glow Note said every day that remember the old saying, every day the sun doesn't shine. It have to rain sometimes. Yes, you are 100% right.
Right.
But in that particular case, I needed the sun to shine, and in order for the sun to stop. Just in order for the sun to shine, I had to make some changes. Because my sister was gonna have my husband put me out. Because I needed to grow, and I have grown, and I have grown a lot. Anybody that know me know that I have grown a lot, and made some changes, and it took a lot. It because I used to think the world was mine, and Paul should be thankful that he in my presence. But I had to make them changes, and I call that the Wilson way. But I had to make some changes.
Why did you have to though? I mean, what did you?
Because I really honestly thought the world was mine. I really thought that people should pay to be in my presence and stuff like that. That's just how I felt. So I mean, I had to make some changes because who am I? So I had to make some changes. So, oh, you paid. You bought me a house and a car. So don't act like you ain't paid.
Okay. Yeah, but I put a ring on it by then.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Land your plane, Lisa. All right. No, but
Okay.
I mean, we've talked to people about this a lot, and a lot we're getting back from people is like 1 minute is great, everything's fine, and then the next minute it's a full blown I hate you. You know what I mean? And those words are coming out your mouth. Those are things you can't. Hate is a really strong word. Lisa will be the first one to tell you how I feel about the word hate. That is a strong word that you can't really fix when you tell somebody those words. So sometimes we go too far. So sometimes you just got to mature, even keel. Marriage is about even keel. You don't want to have those big blow ups because it's hard to recover from that. And this is a person that you got to lay next to every night, you know what I mean? And be around. And I don't want to be no tense person in my own house.
Yeah.
Where I can't even lay. I'm laying tight because I don't want to be close to you. I'm mad. Those are feelings. That's part of immaturity.
And the thing is, both partners want to win.
Right.
And if I want to win and you want to win, we're gonna keep going back and forth until because I want to win and you want to win. We're gonna keep going back and forth until the person get tired.
And if I can't win, I try to pull other people in to help me. And that's another thing. Keep people. If you aren't going anywhere and you're just doing consistent behaviors that you're choosing to do, stop involving a lot of people in it.
Yes.
Because it's a confusing. People are going to look at you and it's like crying wolf. You're going to keep coming at them with stuff and it's going to get deaf. You know what I mean? People are just going to shut you down. And when you want them to respond, they're not going to be emotionally invested.
Yeah.
You'll tell them, oh, I want to just tell you this, that, and the other. No, just chill. Take something and get rid of it. Don't keep holding on to this stuff.
And Yolanda, you're right. Words are like bullets.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. You got to watch what you say.
Yeah.
Because some stuff you can't take back. You can't take back. So you have to be real delicate with your words when you say certain things. But that's part of growth. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to say some stuff that we don't mean because we're, like I said before, when we're in an argument, you're trying to win. So you're going to say some things that you're trying to win the argument. So your goal is to hurt the person. So you try to hurt the person. So try not to do that because life is too short and tomorrow isn't promised. So love your people while they're here now and grow up and enjoy life now.
Yeah. And deflecting, always saying that it's somebody else's, that's why you're angry or why this is going on. You're deflecting it away from yourself and not dealing with it, which means it's never going to get resolved. And you're going to always keep having the same problem, deflecting things away. If somebody's telling you, hey, this is you going a little too far here. You know what I mean? You need to stop. You need to chill with this. Instead of saying, well, I'm doing this because of you, this, that, and the other. No, just take it and say, okay, I hear you. For the betterment of yourself, just chill. Just take the advice. You know what I mean? You don't, like Lisa said before, you don't have to win all the time. Everything is not a battle that one of you has to win. If I approach you with something and I feel it's, it might help, or I see something bad that I think you need to chill with, just take it. You know what I mean? What's the point of fighting it? Because it's just going to show the other person that you're not invested anymore. You're not really even trying. You know what I mean? Like you just want me, or I want you to accept anything. You know what I mean? No, people have a right to voice it, and you just need to understand that it's maturing in the relationship. You get married to someone, that's what you are obligating yourself to, is being more understanding.
And Tasha said that Pep said that couples shouldn't debate.
Mm-hmm.
They are not going to agree on everything.
Right. That's right.
Yes, you're not going to agree on everything, and that's just normal that you're not going to agree on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you're right. It's hard to recover from that,
right,
Velma. It's hard to recover after you say certain things because the person's still hurt in their heart. So watch what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Think before you talk. And that's one thing I had to learn, because I used to just react and say things. So I had to grow out of that. I had to work on it and grow to think before I talk so that I can save my marriage. I don't want to lose my marriage. So if you don't want to lose it, you got to pay attention to what you're doing as well as what the other person is doing.
Right.
Sometimes you got to lose to win. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's the mentality that you gotta. That whole mentality is just not a healthy one in a marriage.
I think that's Anthony. I like that, Anthony.
Mm-hmm. And a marriage should change you. You know what I mean? A marriage should change you. You shouldn't be that single you anymore. You become a new person. You become the married you. And the single behaviors you used to do, they got to go away. You got to mature out of that stuff.
Yeah, that's part of growth.
Yeah, the partying and I got to be out with the crowd. Or
no, you need to be with your husband or your wife.
Yeah.
Be with your partner. You cannot grow apart while you're spending time away from each other.
Right.
And yes, Lord, no, relationships are give and take. Correct.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even think it's 50-50. I think it's 100. Like you should be putting in your whole, both of you should be putting it in 100%. Not, I'm gonna put it on, I'm just give my 50. Just so we can be on the same. No, I want to be better. Like every day I want to do something even more amazing to please her, to make her day better. It's always a better.
Mm-hmm. And Tosh said you have to become one.
Oh yeah. And that'll come when those behaviors like that get corrected and you start thinking differently, you'll start meshing and turning into that one person, finishing each other's sentences.
And it's scary, but it's amazing. The things that, like, we can wake up and have the same thought. That's like a great feeling.
I forgot what it was the other day. We was thinking the same exact thing.
Yeah, it's a great feeling, but really weird. People put so many of their own obstacles in the way in their relationship. Stop trying to, fight against peace. Because that's what you're fighting against. If you want peace, you got to make it for yourself. You got to sit back and evaluate self. And once you fix self, everything else is going to fall right in place. But you have to grow and mature to find that peace within yourself. And if you're not willing to make the change, can't nobody make the change but you.
Right.
So you have to make the changes.
Deep.
Yeah.
To the ocean on that one.
I'm sorry, but I'm just saying everybody has a point where they act immature, but there's also a point where you grow. And I feel like if you started a marriage, then it's time to grow.
Right.
And you made a decision to grow with that person.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to agree on everything. But so you're going to have to meet somewhere in the middle to find some type of solution to whatever your problem is. It's not no, it's going to go my way or it's going to go his way. We have to meet somewhere in the middle, or it's never going to work. And you will not believe the things that you can accomplish when you meet in that middle and you have that calmness in your relationship. You can accomplish anything in the world. I'm going to tell you the truth. I wouldn't have never imagined being where I am today. I wouldn't have never imagined it. And I'm here with a man that loves me unconditionally through all my flaws, because I had a lot of them. Trust me, I had a lot of them. And he loved me through them all, and he forced me to grow without even forcing me to grow, because he changed me without forcing it. Like, you better change. He didn't do that. It wasn't like that.
I accepted you.
Yes, he accepted me, and he treated me kind. And it made me want to do things for him kind, which made me change.
Right.
So that's what really happened. You know what I mean? The changes came because he was loving me so much. I had to say, oh no, I gotta love him like 10 times more than he loving me. Something gotta give there.
We've had some divine intervention too. You know, God has done some things, I think, because of the way we're living and the way we present our hearts to, you know, those we meet. Things happen, like I can't explain it. Some stuff happened and it's like, how did that even happen? And I understand now it's because you're in that flow with how life gives back. Like we're putting it out there and it's boomeranging back. And we didn't even notice it was gonna come like that. And I think a lot of that has to do with the maturity we got into. Yes, we still act silly, like she said. And we have our times where we let the hair down, we act silly and act goofy. But when it's time to buckle down and get serious, you know, we know how to play our part. You know, go this way, so to speak. You cover that ground and we'll meet back.
Yes. And it works. It works for us.
It works, right.
It works, and it works well. Hydro. Hey. People don't understand it's not 50-50, because some days I may be running on 20%. So that means I need you to be at 80%. 80 plus 20 equals 100. Correct. Yes, I agree. Yeah. So just do your part. Basically, what you're saying is do your part. And yes, music group, 1924 music group, for better or for worse, agree with that, because that's through sickness or great health. I agree with that.
Yeah.
You agree with that 80-20 equals 100%? That is 100. If you doing 80 and I'm at 20, we still reaching a goal. Yeah, we're still reaching it, because sometimes I might have a bad day, and sometimes you might have a bad day. So where I fall short, you go to pick up. Where you fall short, I'm supposed to pick up. And I agree with that 100%.
But if you being confronted when you're missing 30, then you need to be willing to say, okay, I'll fix my 30 so I can get to my 50. You know what I mean? It's not good enough to keep saying I'm gonna stay 20 and you stay 80.
Oh, I don't think you should stay at 20, but if you have a bad day,
just to satisfy the 100. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. You saying that don't let the 20 become the norm, because you want to be consistent. You want to have 50-50.
Yeah.
And maybe occasional drop here and there or bump somebody, but you don't want to be down for too long a period of time.
But that's like Tasha saying, you want a better version of your person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think 100. I think you should be 100. You should always be trying to be over the top. Life is short. I've learned that. My wife has been through some stuff where she probably understands life is precious, man.
Yes, Johnny, you need balance. You definitely need balance.
Mhm.
And that is called blessings, glow note.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're going to have to do things to move forward in life.
And it spills over into your home. Like for those who have kids, they see the issues with your 80 and 20. You know what I mean? They see that stuff.
And you can't tell them to grow up and you acting immature.
Yeah.
How you gonna raise a man to be a man or a woman to be a woman if you're acting like a kid?
Right.
You're gonna have to grow up.
Right. Because believe it or not, it's not the guy that's on the video or whatever, or the girl that's on the video. It's the parents that dictate the children's overall, activities and thoughtful things in their head.
Yeah.
It's you, the parent. So don't rely on something else to raise your kids. Like, oh, they fine, they're listening to Usher.
Yeah.
He smiles when he watching Usher. He ain't out here acting a fool. No, get control of your house.
When you have kids, it's time to grow up.
Yeah.
It's time to make changes. Yeah. You don't want to raise your kids to be hanging in clubs every week, so you can't hang in clubs every week.
Yeah, your time
you need to show this is what you do as an adult.
Right.
So you do things as an adult, not like no teenage child, because that time has passed. When you had kids, it's time for you to grow up.
Yes.
And when you get married, it's time for you to grow up. You can't be a kid in a marriage. Mm-hmm. Don't nobody want that.
You can't still be the single you. The single you is gone when you walk down that aisle. And y'all hold their hands and say, I do. Single you gone.
Somebody said, don't hold grudges or bring up old stuff. Please don't hold grudges and bring up old. That's the worst thing you can do. If the argument is over and we're starting fresh, don't bring nothing up. Don't bring it's over. Leave it in the past and don't bring the past back to me now. Because I've grown past the past. So don't say, I remember when you 10 years ago when you no. But that's just like if Paul bring up, I remember you cussed me out when you was on Jose, when you were drinking Jose. Why are you bringing that up? I ain't cussing you out now. That was like 15 years ago. You know what I mean? So if he bring that up, yes, that will be a problem. Because I'm like, so you realize you upset about that?
Who?
That's what I was saying. Upset about that.
Yeah, I know that.
If you bring it up right now.
No.
You never let that go.
And to be honest, you could pick up a thing of Jose, and I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna look at you and say, let's get ready. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, I'm not
gonna be like.
I'm not drinking Jose like ever. It's not happening again.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna put myself in that position. So
it goes back to that. If I can't control it, because what if I ain't there? You know what I mean? What's keeping you from drinking the Jose?
Me being mature enough not to drink it.
Right. I'm just saying. On my end. It's no point in me even unless it's gonna kill you. Like if she drinks Jose, she's.
If you leave me, it's gonna kill me.
So
if you leave me, it's gonna kill me. So I don't want to drink Jose for you to leave me. I love you.
Oh, I love you too, baby.
Exactly. Hi, Paul. Who's TJ? I don't know.
TJ Maxx.
I don't know who that is right there.
Somebody gave me a gift card.
They said hi, Paul.
What's up?
Truth. Y'all have any questions for us? Wait a minute, let me see. Like, can't say 20, you may be having a bad day or a bad week or hell, even a bad month, depending on what you're going, depending on what's going on, and that's true. Yeah, we can have that, but you still got to work through it. That's where if I'm having a bad day, week or month, Paul gonna see to it that he lighten it up, and vice versa.
I ain't gonna let it go no more.
Yeah,
she ain't gonna be in no state of anything like that for no more.
Yeah,
2 days I got a problem with.
And Dot said, "Let the past stay in the past." Yes, leave the past in the past. Mm-hmm. We have people that we have spoken to, and they'll bring up stuff from 5 years ago in their relationship. No. Don't bring that stuff up because You're dwelling on the past, and that doesn't mean that you're not growing.
Right.
It's not that the individual not growing, you're
It's
not
you.
growing because you're digging in the past to try to find something to win an argument.
Deflecting.
Yeah, deflecting. That's the word. Deflecting. Stop deflecting.
Right.
Yes. So don't bring up the past. Leave it where it is and start fresh. If you have an argument and you done made amends in that argument, and you saying, okay, we're going to move on from this point forward, nothing behind that should come up. And I mean nothing behind that should come up. You shouldn't say nothing about anything past that point.
Right.
Grow past that point. So if he leave, he had to take you with him. Yes, Glow, no, he has to take me with him if he leave.
If I leave, where?
If he going with a girl, it's going to be me, him, and that girl.
What girl?
No, he might like that. No, he ain't leaving. That's right. I'm gonna cut his feet off.
Hey,
I'm just telling the truth.
Lisa, I need my feet.
Misery.
I like to skate.
Chop, chop. I'm cutting them off.
Well, dang.
He's staying with me. Yeah, but leave the past in the past and know the difference of growth and non-growth.
That's one of the scariest things. What's the generation, the young generation right now? What are they called? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Are they Generation X? What are
I
they?
don't know.
We are in trouble. They don't get it.
Can you not flip the camera?
You know what I mean? That generation is going to be a problem. I think it's what we did to them. What do you think?
Please like and subscribe if you haven't liked and subscribed. I'm sorry. Please like and subscribe. And we have to do a shout out to our sponsor real quick. I don't mean to cut you off. Antoine at Carolina Heat Radio.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I forgot.
You forgot what you were talking about? I'm so sorry, baby. My apologies. I don't know what you're talking about either.
I know.
I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell the people to like and subscribe. I'm so sorry. Okay, well, let's just get back to let's get back to maturity in relationships because this is not it.
What are you talking about?
We're acting real immature right now. Okay. All right. We sorry, y'all. We apologize for that. Do y'all have any questions for us? Okay. Paul, do you have any more questions?
No, I don't have any questions. I just hope we drove the nail in, man. It's time for gotta grow up, man.
Oh, Tammy says she thinks it's Generation A.
Generation A?
And somebody on here say it's Z. So
Generation Z.
So which one is it?
All right, from A to Z. That generation is in trouble, man. And it's the parenting. Parenting is bad right now. You know what I mean?
So what are you saying? The parents need to grow up?
Yes. A lot of it is because of the immaturity of the parent. And it's not giving our kids, our grandkids, a chance. That generation is in trouble. And I don't know if we messed up, but the parents, our kids and stuff, they gotta make some changes.
Yeah.
And
when we go to, I work in medication. I work in a company that makes medication. And if that generation come and make medication, we screwed. We're not gonna have no good medication.
It's anything. It ain't even just medication.
We're not gonna have it.
I was at the store. True, I can't make this up. I was at the grocery store, and I go in there, and it's not a cart in sight. Like nothing you can use for a cart. The guy who gets the carts, that's his job. Young guy. Is in there laughing and joking around with the girls at the registers and all this other stuff. And it's people literally standing at where the carts are, looking outside at the carts from inside saying, when is he gonna go get these carts? We could have very well went back out and got the cards. But the thing is, the boy needs to stop goofing off
and do his job.
And I swear, he went out there after he finally thought like, I'm gonna go out there. It took him 5 to 10 minutes. And then he went right back to, so why couldn't you be on top of that little bit of cart situation you got there? It's because it's just it's not them, it's us. We getting on his nerves or I'm sick of y'all with these carts. It's your job, bro.
TJ said they have no respect.
It's none, man. And it's in the relationships too. You know, some of these guys and these women ain't got no respect.
Lono say we're living in an entitled generation.
Yeah, it's sad, man. We in trouble. I don't want to be 80 years old and gotta rely on that generation to take care of me. It's gonna be a problem. So it's not something that we need to take lightly. You know what I mean? Stop deflecting. Own your stuff. Own it.
And we appreciate y'all too, 1924 Music Studios. We appreciate you.
Thank y'all for watching this week. This was something that was like we couldn't wait to get to. Man, we was getting a lot of feedback on this one. And it's exciting. You know what I mean? This kind of stuff, if we can drive home to somebody, man, it's gonna be tough. It'll change.
And the thing is, people need to take accountability without making excuses for what's going on in their relationship. That's part of growth. So be accountable for what you're doing in your relationship and stop making excuses, because we all have issues and we all have grown to where we are today. Don't think it's just you. It's everybody. Everybody has problems in relationships and they have just grown past them. A lot of people, they just because they don't tell you your business don't mean that they don't have problems, because they do have problems.
But the maturity is, we shouldn't know it. Like, I shouldn't know. You know what I mean? And you shouldn't be going, it shouldn't be going that deep into your home, you know, in stuff. Stop letting stuff linger. You know what I mean? Nothing is really that serious if we stay on the same path.
But if you communicate without attacking the other person, you won't have an issue. I should be able to communicate with you without attacking you, or without you attacking me.
Communication
for saying if I say something to you, you shouldn't come at me like that.
Right. But the behaviors too. So you got to get out of those behaviors where it's like she was saying earlier, you know, people lucky to be dealing with me. So I'm gonna act any old kind of way I want to. No. Especially when you got a family. Come on. You are a representation of life. You know what I mean? And life is can be peaceful and fun and relaxing and not stressful and intense all the time. And if you got certain things that's taking you there, you got to cut it out. Just stop it.
Yeah, because it shouldn't turn into a shouting match. You should be able to communicate without it being a shouting match. That shows immaturity. If you are shouting at an individual, you should be able to. Me and Paul will argue just like we're talking right now. This is how we argue. And my mother and I'm gonna be like, "Are y'all arguing?"
They didn't know it. But
is that an argument?
It could have technically been an argument. No.
Yes, it's all in your tone. Yes. Your choices and delivery. Yes, I agree. If a person presents up, if you want a person to listen to you, first of all, if you're screaming at me, I'm not listening.
They're gonna shut you down.
I'm not listening to anything you're saying. So if you're talking to me in a low tone, I'm going to listen to what you're saying and take it all in, because I'm not taking that. Even if you're yelling at your kids, they're not taking that in. If you're yelling at them, they're not taking it in. So,
okay.
Yeah. Do y'all have any more questions
questions?
Us? It's only okay. That's the last one. Well, we really enjoyed this.
We enjoyed it. Thanks everyone for joining us today, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe.
Tell somebody. You know, let's get some more people in here, man.
Yes.
We got to get this message out there.
Yes.
We got to change some stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes. And thank you all.
Love is enough.
Have a great evening.